ambassador down in the Maryland market. I'm one of the first ever associates in the state of Maryland. Pretty excited to be here tonight, almost 6 years to the day later, and more excited than ever to build a Veridian business. So before we get started with anything tonight, I have all these cameras kind of pointed at me, right? And I'm like the ugliest one in the room. So I'm going to actually flip the camera around. I'm going to take a quick picture of the room. And it's customary in our world here of Veridian to do this, like a peace sign, but it's really a V. So do peace V, or peace V, all right? Or VLaunch, whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to take a quick picture on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. V. Awesome, awesome. Now we got that over with. Let's get started. All right, so tonight it's going to be my honor and privilege to introduce you to some guests that are coming down. Some people that have been with the company for a few years, have had a lot of success in this business, and they're going to come down because you hear from me all the time. You don't get to hear from some of the other leaders that are in Veridian. And the whole objective with this thing called VLaunch, is it right here, is to bring and circulate leaders throughout the company down into different markets. So we have a chance to hear some different stories from different folks that are making things happen. So we're doing that tonight. But I'm also going to introduce you to two very special people in my life. They're the people that introduced me to this business. Just to give you a little history, one more housekeeping thing. If you could take your phone and just put it on vibrate or silent, just so we don't have any kind of rings, because nobody wants to be that person that has a ring. That's the last housekeeping item. But 6 years ago, my brother Brendan and I, we were building a business in telecom. Everyone here, I'm sure, by a raise of hands, everyone have a cell phone? Okay, well guess what? 15 years ago, maybe 20% of the room had a cell phone, okay? So by the time 2010 came up, a lot of people had cell phones, and a lot of companies were merging. And I was with Nextel, Sprint was merging with them, taking them over. We were both looking at each other because we own this big company, 52 employees, a lot of overhead, and we were saying to each other, wow, we got to figure out something else to do, because I can see the writing on the wall in the world of cellular, the world of telecom. We've made a lot of money over the last 10 years in that thing, but we were open to something new. That's when we got a call from two gentlemen up in New Jersey. These were gentlemen that we grew up with. We knew from our childhood years, and they knew, God bless, they knew what we were doing down here in Maryland. They kind of followed our career, even though social media wasn't even around. They were just kind of following it. We got a call one day, one fateful day, when I was kind of really searching for something else. We got this call, and the call went something like this: hey Ed, something really big is about to happen, and we are privy to what's about to happen. We're having a small gathering in a restaurant up in Morristown, New Jersey. The CEO of this company that we're talking about is going to be there, and he's going to make a little introduction to what his vision is for the future. Didn't tell us anything more. Well, we didn't say what's it about. We just knew that these guys were credible people. They had had a lot of success in their career. So if they said something big was going to happen, we took them for their word. And we said, where do we need to be? When do we need to be there? Told us exactly when we needed to be there. So we got in our cars. I'll never forget, it was a blizzard that night. It was just snowing like crazy. We're going up the turnpike, my brother and I. We're hoping we're going to get there in time. So we go up there, we sit down in that Italian restaurant in Morristown, New Jersey, with about 34 other people, and we got the vision of a lifetime. And that is what we're all here about tonight. That little spark, that little vision, actually that big vision, 6 years ago in that little Italian restaurant up in Morristown, New Jersey, changed my life forever. And the reason why it changed my life forever is because I was open to opportunity. I was open to something bigger, something better. I was definitely open. And sometimes we go around this world and we think that everybody out there has their stuff together. Oh, they don't need opportunity. They're doing just great. Everybody goes through periods of time where they're open for business. And that's the best part about our opportunity, is we can sit there and share it with people and have them, those that are open for business, take it and run with it. But I wanted to introduce these friends of mine. Just recently, they finished putting together a video. And I think it's a great video. It gives you like a little snapshot of who these people are. And just before I push play on this short video, know that these two gentlemen are literally the epicenter of this company. Everyone in this room is here because of these two gentlemen and the vision that they had, the vision to go out there and build something amazing and share this opportunity with as many people as possible. So he shared it with me, they shared it with John, they shared it with Vinny, they shared it with who else? Kirby, Spencer, they shared it with a whole bunch of other folks in the room, and here we all are today. And it's with an attitude of gratitude that I play this video, because these folks are making things happen. And this business, this whole business is a game of adult follow the leader. These have been our leaders. We've just been following along and doing what they say to do. And lo and behold, we've got ourselves some amazing businesses. So let's go ahead and hit play, and then we'll be right back with you.
Came from a very blue collar, we didn't go out to dinner much. We didn't have a lot of the luxuries in life, but good, hardworking people.
Grew up in Staten Island, New York, and went to the same high school as Joe. In college, I was working during the summers in the currency market. I was working for a brokerage firm during vacations and summertime. I had nothing to do with what I went to school for, and just happened to get a job and stuck with that job for 23 years.
We met in that industry. So our goal, even though we didn't know each other, was let's get to Wall Street, because those are the people who had a little extra money.
Paid well, but kept us out of the house for long periods of time, and didn't enjoy some of the things that we should have enjoyed.
At our desk at 7 a.m., in a full suit and tie, clients would come in from overseas, and they'd want to go out till like 3 in the morning. We had to go to work the next day. Again, not a lot of time freedom. When, the kids were little, we were, leaving the house in the dark, coming home in the dark.
You're stuck at the office and you're working your butt off, making good money, but again, you're missing those moments. You get married, you have a couple of kids, you get a house, you pay your bills, and eventually you retire. It's not like that anymore. We were just like getting let go one by one. It was like picking us off one by one. And I was working for 23 years doing it, making a lot of money, and I got a tap on the shoulder. They said, listen, we can't pay you anymore.
I put in 10 years. It's like, it's like serving a sentence. I did my 10 years. I could have just stuck around another 5 years, but I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm gonna make more money next year than this year. And I need to be in a business where it's always a possibility for me to make more, for me to get paid what I'm worth.
And Joe said, we're gonna start a title insurance company with Bart Oates from the New York Giants. And I was like, sure, what do I gotta do? He goes, well, it's about relationships.
First-time entrepreneurs, brick and mortar. We didn't really know anything about title. We took a crash course, you had to get licensed.
We started doing that for years, and eventually, again, something else came up, the economy. Real estate went down the tubes, mortgages went down the tubes.
And so we're borrowing money from our credit lines to make a $40,000 a month payroll. Thinking we're not gonna fire anyone because it's gonna pick up next month. And then I'm like, my God, how long can we do this? And then that's when someone tapped us on the shoulder and said, here's something else, check it out, network marketing. We were born to do network marketing, but we never actually gave it any credibility. We were those guys like, no thanks, no thanks, no thanks.
We had a meeting with one of our mortgage friends who was doing this for a year or so, and was telling us about it. We kept saying, no network marketing, never. He comes in my office on Thursday, shows me, his video or whatever they had at the time, and I was like, this could work. This could be really cool. So I signed up right there on the spot for me and him. That's the first time he even knew he was involved with network marketing.
We were kind of figuring it out. We weren't really that sure, but we were just like, we're having fun, it's working, getting paid, I can see the potential.
And we had our time back. We were gonna get involved with energy when it came to New Jersey, but it wasn't coming yet. We kept waiting for it, and then they said, listen, this company, Viridian, up in Connecticut, it's green energy, they're coming to New Jersey.
So we were educating people about green energy, educating people that they have a choice. That most people don't know that the production of electricity causes more pollution than any other industry.
The impact Viridian is having environmentally is unheard of. Choosing Viridian for their home is the equivalent of dragging 50 cans out to the curb. It's 50 times more impactful than recycling. Just by making one simple choice that takes 3 minutes online, you're done forever. So imagine that every other week, dragging 50 cans out. That's a burden. Going online for 3 minutes, it's almost like if you're not going to choose Viridian as your supplier, for green energy in your home, why even bother recycling?
We just decided, let's really focus on this and it'll work. And that's exactly what happened. We just wanted to make it big and fast, because if we could pull this off and actually get residual income, make more money than we're making now working half the time. It sounded too good to be true, but we actually believed it. And if you don't believe it, it's never gonna happen.
Everyone wants it. I mean, everybody either wants it or should want it, if they have half a brain. I mean, who wants to work the rest of their lives and just kill themselves to make money?
Now, what if I told you you have to work 7 to 10 hours a week over 5 years, but you're not going to have to pay 6 figures in tuition. They're going to pay you. Most people don't think it's possible. It's a dream that they don't even dream anymore. It doesn't have to be that way, especially with today's technology.
You know, most people, if someone goes, "Are you crazy? Why are you doing that? You're out of your mind." They'd be like, "Oh my God, I made a mistake." Someone says that to me, I'm like, "Why aren't you doing it?" Knowing where we came from and the fact that we never would do it, and we're doing it now and excelling at it, just, you know, it's an eye-opener for people to say, "Hey, let me just take a look and see. Maybe I'm missing something." And they are.
And we heard a lot of sob stories, a lot worse than ours. And to this day, we have thousands of people thanking us all the time. And that's the most rewarding thing that we didn't expect.
Think about where you're going to be 5 years from now, if you're in the same boat you're in now. What's going to change for you to get you someplace different? Go out and get 3 more jobs and have no time for yourself? People get excited about that. They decide, you know what, I'm going to give this at least a little bit of an effort to see if it can change my life.
You know, I have families and friends that have financial stress that I can help them with now. Whether they're in the business or not, I can help them. It's life-changing. And that's the culture of this company. It's sustainability, giving back. It's the world is bigger than you.
When they're sitting there watching TV or they're on Facebook for freaking hours a day, as opposed to sitting down and growing a business that's going to pay you residually.
It's financial freedom and time freedom. And a lot of people, it's usually one or the other.
It's only a couple $100 to get involved with my own business that could change my life. Why wouldn't I try that?
I am Joe Occhio-Grosso, and I am a proud father. I am a good friend to many. I am a business leader, and I'm a Viridian Energy associate.
I am Frank Marone. I am a father. I am a husband. I am a goal achiever. And I am a Viridian associate.